Thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, share the video if you felt it was useful. Now let's get into this. So, Josh Taylor, the unified champion at £140, the winner of the World Boxing Super Series, it's been announced today that he has signed a multi-year promotional deal with Bob Arum at Top Rank and an advisory deal with MTK. So it says here the WBA and the IBF light welterweight champions fights will now be shown on ESPN moving forward, and a statement from Barry McGuigan, I don't know if it's Barry McGuigan directly, but from Cyclone Promotions, have said this. Now I'm going to read this. This is a statement from Cyclone. It says, "We are very disappointed to read the news today that Josh Taylor signed a promotional agreement with another promotional company. Josh Taylor is under an exclusive worldwide promotional contract with Cyclone." So they're insinuating that he's still under contract. "We've successfully brought Josh to the pinnacle of the sport from the day he turned professional, including working alongside other stakeholders in boxing to deliver him the biggest fights. Most recently, Josh became the IBF World Champion in May 2019 and then Unified Champion in October. And we have been working with Josh since then and planned the next stage of his career. We are saddened that Josh has felt the need to attempt to break free of his contract in this manner and frustrated at those who have caused him to do so." So that's almost insinuating that someone's wanted him to do it. And Josh Taylor's trainer, although I suggest he's probably going to be former trainer now, Shane McGuigan, says, and I quote what he released on Twitter, it says, "If you want loyalty, buy a dog." Okay? If you want loyalty, buy a dog. Now, there's a statement here from Josh Taylor which I'm going to read now in a sec, but I want to go and answer what Shane McGuigan said there. Shane McGuigan is insinuating that loyalty in boxing, that you should be loyal to a set trainer, set promoter. Shane McGuigan is looking at that from his point of view, from a trainer's point of view. Shane McGuigan is in his early 30s. Okay, he's a very good trainer. He has decades to work with different fighters to bring them from maybe their first pro fight to their world title fights, whatever. He'll make good money. His career can go on. Josh Taylor's career, 5 years, 6 years, and he's done. You only have so long in this game to make life-changing amounts of money. Josh Taylor's made some very good money, I'd imagine, so far in his career. But to make that money that really sets you up for your life and your kids' life and your kids' lives, you don't have that long. Shane McGuigan, when Josh Taylor retires, Shane McGuigan's career can go on. He can have other fighters. He's Lawrence Okolie, to name a few. Shane McGuigan can keep going. Josh Taylor can't. So when he says about loyalty and stuff like that, no. Loyalty in the sport of boxing, no. So this is a statement from Josh Taylor. Now I hate reading these Twitter statements because they never exactly go the way I want them to on the phone, but I'm going to try it anyway. So it says here from Josh Taylor, "I want to stay respectfully silent about my relationship with Cyclone, but given they have released a statement, it is only proper that I respond. Whilst I acknowledge and appreciate the role that Cyclone has played in my career to date, 3 weeks ago, I terminate my promotional agreement with Cyclone as a result of various breaches of contract, including particular breaches relating to a conflict of interest on the part of the promoter. This allowed me to search for a new promoter, which I have found in Top Rank. I wanted to part ways amicably without resorting to court proceedings." Sound familiar? "I thought and hoped the McGuigans would feel the same way, given the litigations they were involved in with other fighters. I hope all of us now can move on in a positive way." What's that say? "Oh, concentrating on things which advances us all." So, conflict of interest. Court as well. And we mentioned other fights. It's not the first time we've heard that from the McGuigans and Cyclone. Carl Frampton's name ring a bell? That's still going on as far as I know, that court case with Cyclones and Frampton. I don't know what goes on in Cyclone. I don't know the dealings. No idea what he means by conflict of interest. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But when you've two fighters in the last 3 years with similar kind of accounts, it does make you kind of wonder. So Josh Taylor, Top Rank bound, MTK Global managed. Seems like everyone's managed by them at this stage. Fighting on ESPN. It's at the end of the day, Josh Taylor, I think, as well, wants to be well paid. He wants undisputed. Jose Ramirez is top ranked fighter, so in-house fight, easy to make. I really did, to be honest with you, I'm actually, I suppose I shouldn't say surprised, but I thought he'd sign with Eddie Hearn, Josh Taylor. I thought he'd sign with Eddie Hearn. I thought he'd fight Lewis Ritson. I thought he'd take a Lewis Ritson fight because it's an easy win. And then Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn have worked together before. I'm sure they'll work together again. Probably could have got the Jose Ramirez fight off the back of that. But no, he's signed with Top Rank. You know, look, as I said earlier, Josh Taylor, he doesn't have a long, well, he's longer than your average fighter, but he only has 5-6 years, maybe 7 if at a push, to make life-changing sums of money. If some promoter can do a better job, can get him more money, can get him the big fights, go for it. You know, it's like that in most things. You know, sometimes there is no room for loyalty in sports like boxing. In other things, and like other aspects of life, yeah, loyalty is important. But in a sport like boxing, take your chances, man. He's the one getting hit at the end of the day. He's the one putting this health in danger. He's the one that doesn't have, you know, an eternity, you'll say, to make a career out of this sport. He only has so many years to make good money. Like I said earlier, Shane McGuigan, he can keep training fighters. He can train fighters into his 60s, 70s. Josh Taylor can't fight that long. So, you know, all the more power to him. It'd be interesting to see kind of what comes up in the coming days with regards to this whole, you know, Cyclone issue with Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor was really Cyclone's last main fighter, you know. So yeah, look, it'd be interesting to see what happens, what's going on with the McGuigans. You know, I can't comment, I don't know, but yeah, it's interesting what Josh Taylor said in that statement. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Only time will more will come out in time. So now those are my thoughts on this. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. It's a good move going to Top Rank of Bob Arum. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think Bob Arum seems to be a decent promoter. You know, personally, I was surprised. I genuinely thought he would have went with Eddie Hearn though, just given the fact he was on, you know, Matchroom pay-per-view last fight. I know Matchroom didn't promote it, but it was on Sky. I just thought they would have, you know, maybe gone down the Eddie Hearn route, but no, he's gone with Uncle Bob. So let me know what you think down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe of course if you're new, and as always, I will talk to you after.